The view's worth it? I already saw a view. Oh my god. Okay. We made it. Okay, I guess that's a slightly better view. Morning routine. Starting at, I'm pretty sure, 3 or so a.m. Roll around a lot, trying to find a new comfy position since my hip bones are super bruised and my back is super sore by them. Step 2, get brave enough to get out of the sleeping bag once it gets to 6 or 7 a.m. Step 3, shake it all loose. Oh, also, thankfully, no weird dreams last night, so that's not repeating. Although I have also realized I can't fully tighten my sleeping bag too soon, like while I'm still awake, because the claustrophobia sets in. So I gotta kind of slowly do that, and then when I open it, I have to just kind of do that very slowly and like methodically. Like if I move too fast, I'm just like, I'm trapped. All right, let's go. Started this morning's hike with not packing away the cloth I use to wash dishes. I was like, oh, let's let that dry a little bit. Didn't need much drying, actually. And the worst part, I don't want to listen to that for multiple hours a day while Madeline's trying to talk to me. So, back to plan A. I just tried to eat cold soaked grits after like an hour of cold soaking. They're not ready yet. It was very bad. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just let them sit in my pocket for a while until they're edible and see how long that takes. It's just a, learning experience. Slowly getting there, figuring it all out. Definitely not getting grits again. Until then, granola. Alright, just wanted to kind of talk about a few of the people we've met on the trail so far. First person we met started in Harper's Ferry just a few hours before us. Ziploc. They hiked Georgia first, and then after doing Georgia, they decided to kind of start their flip-flop in Harper's Ferry and head up to Massachusetts. Might keep going, might not. We'll see. So we'll see how much more we see of them. Hope to, but if I don't, have a good hike, Ziploc. After that, we just saw... So we left on Saturday from Harper's Ferry. We just saw our first Sunday from Harper's Ferry hiker. They started with a big old... Well, I say big. For flip-flopping, it was like a 20-25 person bubble starting on Sunday from Harper's Ferry. So we just met him. He said he couldn't sleep, so that's how he's managed to catch up to us. But then turns out he mentioned 2 people that we saw sleeping at our shelter last night at Rocky Run. Those people, they must have got there super late because we didn't see them show up, but we saw them when we packed up in the morning. I guess he mentioned 2 hikers that made it to Rocky Run from the bubble, so that must be them. So at least 3 of them are booking it. He says they're an eclectic bunch, so I look forward to meeting them all. Other than that, Madeline has decided to keep hiking past her shoe repair. She's managed to do the back stitch like we said on the one, and then
duct tape.
Let me get you in there. She duct taped the other one with what limited amount of duct tape we have. Oddly enough, she says the duct tape is holding up better than the back stitch, even though she did not as good of a job as she wants. I think we're gonna We're gonna just try to still get thread and duct tape when we get to Waynesboro?
Waynesboro, Pennsylvania.
Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we're gonna skip Boonesboro against my better judgment. But it's her feet, her problem.
It's fine other than the fact that I'm hiking on them, so.
Right. So I'm gonna listen to her feet. And yeah, so we'll get to Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. We'll get some thread, we'll stitch them. And then we'll get some tape and we'll tape them. And then we'll probably drop that tape off because we're not going to carry it around and I'm not going to ship it because that's like the cost of buying more tape probably. At least I'm assuming the tape is only $8 or $9 at a Walmart. I hope so. I haven't bought duct tape in a while. But anyway, we're just probably going to leave it at the first shelter we come by for, you know, some other hiker to be saved. And we're also going to replenish. We're going to put tape on our poles as a little bit more emergency. So that's where we are this morning. Hopefully that's where we stay. All right, so just got the name of the hiker that I mentioned we just met, and that's Hambone. And turns out another guy we passed, his name is Sea Dog, also started with the bubble. Sounds like a lot of them just took advantage of yesterday's like really nice day and got in some good miles. Probably gonna get in some more today. We'll see. Obviously our day started off a little bit rainy our first day, and they were like, yeah, we would have stopped there too. Over at Ed Garvey. Yeah. So there's a few more. So I don't know what's going on, but we've been walking along the trail and we keep finding this plant, which is also over here, just like ripped up every once in a while. There's one ripped up and it's just like on the trail. It's not the wavy leaf basket grass that was said as invasive at our last shelter, but I don't know what's going on, but it keeps happening. If you know, leave a comment. Sometimes it's just crazy how nature does things. Like on the Appalachian Trail, this tree grew with an AT inside of it. How crazy is that? All right, today's AT history lesson, Washington Monument. Volunteers and villagers of nearby Bonesboro celebrated their independence July 24th, 1827 by building and dedicating the first monument in the memory of George Washington, which is this right behind me, which you can go inside. We're gonna do. We check out this view. So you're gonna have to wait, because we're gonna take a look on this really windy outcropping. Whoo, we're up here. Still up here. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you get into the mountains. Alright. Let's go inside. Oh, stairs. Why are there more stairs? What? The view's worth it? I already saw a view. Oh my god. Okay. We made it. Okay, I guess that's a slightly better view. You get all, ooh, you know the colors over there.
Yeah, so Pennsylvania's over there.
Oh, it's trying to blow my hat off.
Yeah, what's the hat?
There's a little church away down there. See the steeple?
Yep, that's a school. School complex.
Whew. Whew. We are up here. I'm gonna pull out the GoPro, get some good shots. All right, we spent the most of this morning hiking downhill. Well, we hiked a little bit uphill, and then we hiked a lot downhill, took a lunch, and then we hiked a lot more downhill, which bodes very ill for the future. All right, so the stitch job we did on Madeline's shoes last night with regular thread, it's finally giving way. We're about probably 5.5 miles from our campsite. While we were getting lunch, Hambone, he gave us some tougher thread. that we did on the other shoe. So hopefully that's gonna hold. And then, yeah, we're gonna, is that the tape you just did?
Yep.
Hopefully that tape kind of holds it. It just kind of gives it a resistance on the stretching. Hopefully that gets us to I'm gonna get the name wrong again, Pogo, the Pogo campsite. Because I think Hambone is stopping there again, and we might try to, and if they are, we'll borrow their thread. They had quite a bit of it. And then hopefully that'll get us to Waynesboro, where we'll stop by and hopefully get actual heavy duty thread.
Yes.
Not just regular thread.
No, like,
you're saying like leather?
Like leather thread. Yep.
Alright, well that was a nice sit. So we're here, eating a snack of crackers. Madeline's bag, just out of reach. Mine right here. I offered her some of my water. And to sum it up nicely, she said, I would do anything for love. But she won't lighten my own pack load to quench her own thirst.
Nope. I drink my own water.
Love you very much.
I love you too.
Alright, here we go. Interstate crossing number 1. Through a little bridge and tunnel here. Oh my god, look at the civilization just drive by. Ooh, smelly. You don't want to smell this, I'm putting the camera away. You know that scene in Surf Ninjas? Newsflash, your side lost. That's what I feel like the hike up to Annapolis Rocks is like. There's a lot of stairs. And they're huge. It just keeps going. Just met our first no-boater. He's checked in at Harper's Ferry at number 50. There he goes. So fast. He's on mile 25 or so of the day. We're on mile 10. Alright, coming to another outlook up here. I think it was called Black Rock Outlook. There are certainly a lot of rocks. Oh, which way are we gonna go? Let's go this way. This looks a little smoother. Oh my god. Up we go. Oh, okay, up we go again. Okay. And I'm up high. Oh boy. That's really high. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. You want to put this phone down before I drop it? Alright, so woke up this morning, decided to do laundry, despite the freezing temperatures, because that's what we decided last night we were going to do, so I just kind of stubbornly kept on doing it. Hands froze, so that's awesome. Lesson learned, probably do it more at like 10 a.m. if you got to do it, just take a quick break, you know, maybe do a small hike in the morning, and then, you know, maybe your first or second break, do that laundry, because honestly it's not like it's gonna dry in these first few hours anyways. Other than that, had a slight backpack malfunction. One of the straps for my tent that holds the tent down, the part that, I guess you'd call it the male end, snapped. Fortunately, as we said before, this is a huge bag, so I'm able to fit the rainfly in this pouch, and the tent still does fit in my bag itself. I just stand the bear can up instead of having it down on its side like I originally did, so that should all be fine. We're gonna get hiking, easy 8-mile day today, 6-mile day tomorrow, with the potential of a resupply, or just a 6-mile day and a lazy camp day and a resupply, and keep on trekking. I just opened up a bag of hot sauce and dumped it into the trash bag. instead of the cooking pot. Just opened up the corner, dropped the corner in the trash bag. Good on me. Flipped up the hot sauce and just dumped it all in. Neither of us realized until it was done. So earlier mentioned, yeah, it's pretty rocky. And right now you might be thinking, wow, this really rocky outcropping overlook you guys have stepped on. No. This is the trail. This is the trail. And according to Madeline,
I think this is like Pennsylvania. What they say Pennsylvania's like.
or just a taste.
Just the taste. Just the taste of Pennsylvania.
I don't want to finish my drink. Well, it's our first big open field. Oh yeah, cows. Stay tuned, we'll get closer. All right, we're a little bit closer to the cows now. They're mooing. There's some little baby cow dots. They're kind of hard to see off in the distance there. And there's two on the left, one on the right. Here's little baby cow dots. All right, back into the trees after a nice pretty field. Got those colors coming through. Oh, just now crossing our first real kind of stream today. So we've like had our first real field. Now we've had our first real stream. That's after today's kind of been our also first downhill day. Today's been pretty much almost all downhill, which at first I thought was going to be great. And now I'm like, ooh, I have knees. They hurt.
Yeah.
How are your knees?
My left knee is creaking and my right knee is fine.
Same. Not me being stupid, taking out my phone over the stream just for the picture. Passed another through hiker earlier today that told us as we cross here into northern Maryland, there's a new group of people. It's a different group of people that maintain the trail. You can definitely tell a few of it's kind of like, do I go left? Do I go right? Not quite sure. Like the painting's a little less obvious. Figure as we're going up though, we kind of discovered, when in doubt, follow the rocks. All right, so we're just now setting up camp. We'll be heading into Waynesboro tomorrow to resupply. Then kind of hanging out on the Pennsylvania border. We hear that fairgrounds may be north of Waynesboro on Thursday. So the day after we resupply. So we might get a taste of fairgrounds. We're really excited about that. We just got told that by like a small bubble of northbounders, no-boers coming through, about 4 or 5 of them. Fun group. Really would love to spend a few more days with them and kind of just like hear about their trail escapades, but they're definitely gonna outpace us by a lot. One of them, Sim, he is experimenting with the meal this evening, called a something bomb, I forget, but 2 ramens and a mashed potato just like slammed all in one pot. That's a lot of carbs. He said it needed hot sauce. Yeah, it's actually been a really fun camping night. Met a lot of really fun, interesting people, and hopefully we'll keep hiking with a few of them. And I'll be sad that this is probably the only night I'm spending with some, but tomorrow's a resupply. then maybe Fairgrounds, and then in a couple days we're gonna try to take our first Zero at I can't remember the name of the hostel right now, but it's the one next to the AT Museum. I'll probably recharge all the devices there, and then yeah, I think there's a couple really big hills in the way of that, but we'll get there, and a rainstorm, but we'll see.